Darrel, what are your three main influences now and when you got into music?
When I got into music, was brought up on Beatles. That was my eldest brother. My middle brother was into Queen, and my sister was loving T-Rex and Bowie and all that sort of thing. So they were kind of like the musical things that I was listening to when I was very little, particularly the Beatles, I guess. Now it's very much a mixture of AOR, prog metal, ambient, and all of the above. I listen to a great deal of many genres.
Darrel, what three albums would you consider the best of all time if you had to choose?
I think that's virtually an impossibility, to be honest with you, and it depends how the wind blows. I think the three albums that affected me the most in my teens and when I was growing up into music would be Jean-Michel Jarre's Equinox, which just threw me to wanting synthesizers. I would then say something like Status Quo's 12 Gold Bars was probably the first rock album that I just wanted to keep playing until it wore out. And then progressively, Script for a Jester's Tear by Marillion just affected me, so that one.
Darrel, what moment event would you consider the most important in your musical life so far?
I would say that would be my first gig with the Boys of 10 at the Marine Hall in Fleetwood, as that was the first place I ever played live in front of an audience as a young piano student at 7-8 year old, and to return back there in a band. I'd played there before actually with other cover bands, but to actually play there as a headline with 10 was a very special moment, and will remain so.
Darrel, how has your musical taste evolved over the years?
Only in the sense that I guess I've appreciated a little bit more of sort of soft jazz and those sorts of genres as I've got older. Certainly I was more rock orientated when I was younger, and then I've gone more progressively proggy as time's gone on. Although I loved Genesis and Marillion, etc. back in the earlier days, but to move into a lot of the other bands within that field as time's gone on. Frost, for instance, who I absolutely adore. So bands of that ilk. But nowadays I've been listening through my uncle to a lot of instrumental, soft sort of jazz and classical guitar and stuff that I find very mellow and chilling while I'm driving.
Darrel, what are your plans regarding the new album? Any new videos, live shows, etc.?
Live shows with 10 are obviously ongoing as far as this year is concerned, 2024, with a plan to do European dates and more UK dates in 2025. Watch this space. Atlantea is really a studio project as it stands, but that might develop going forward. So no plans on live gigs as far as that's concerned. As far as albums concerned regarding Atlantea and solo stuff, I have probably about 4 albums worth of material, so lots to go at, and expect something either at the tail end of this year or certainly early 2025.
Darrel, what is your musical equipment? What are you using live and in the studio?
Live, I stick with my main 2 keyboards of the Kronos and the Triton Extreme. I find that covers everything I need. I could actually just stick to the Kronos really as one machine, not worry about anything else. When I'm abroad, that might have to differ because obviously travelling with keyboards isn't particularly ideal. In the studio, obviously I'm playing more than just keyboards, so I still have my whole range of old keyboards, D50s, M1s, Trinities, etc. But I still really stick with the Triton Extreme and Kronos for keyboards. Guitars, I've got Ibanez bass, Epithorn, Sheraton guitar, mandolin, 6-string acoustic nylon, 6-string acoustic steel, 12-string acoustic, and the Mapex drum kit. The drums will always sound a little bit different because when I record drums, I do it in stages rather than the full kit. I just don't have the studio room in my home studio to do that, so it'll always sound a little bit different, but it's you can certainly tell if you listen closely to the hats, etc., that they are played. So there you go.